All right, there's at least one activity. At least one. And the one with Kate, now that I think about it. But I'm pretty sure they might be one and the same. We went... I really worked to avoid picking this up earlier. And now I want to go see what it is. The activities seem to be much more trim in their timeline. And the rewards are both story and upgrade related. So, let's have a chat with her. We've identified what bodies we could. They are Barebones Woodman. Wait, are these names? Really? Faithful Mather, God Reward Cromwell, Joseph Hingham? Praise God Antony. Remember in... Come on. Come on, now. I apologize if you are out there and your name is Remember Increase, but... This feels like somebody just grabbed random names off of a website. Samuel Constance, Iris Constance, and Nicholas Doolin. We buried them in place. Still missing Etienne Ruley, Goodman Barbin, Hope Adams, Sarah Joyner, Mahitabel, Sykes, and Peter Buckland. Everybody tag yourself. I'm Remember Increase. I just like when we meet Sincere Paris, I'm like, well, okay, that's like a sign of the times, and people had names that were a little bit unfamiliar to me. But Remember Increase? That was a person's name?
I didn't expect you back.
I'm working my way back to New Edentown.
There, you're on your own.
Your sister owed me money? Wow. Hold on, let's come back to that.
Do you wish to talk about what happened with the beast?
You killed my sister. I have nothing more to say to you.
Thickskin did what she did, and you were as horrified as I was. I laid the blame where it belonged.
You executed her.
Yes, I did. I know it seemed cruel. I contend that it was necessary. Or seemed so at the time.
Sometimes, Banisher, I wonder if we did not exchange one monster for another.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not celebrating your pain, Kate. I am sparing every other person in this settlement from going through that same pain when Thickskin arbitrarily decides at some point in the future that they're not worth having around because they're too weak. I just really want her to understand. I didn't do this because I thought it would be funny. I thought this because she was sacrificing lives for convenience, and that's not the way that should be done. I'm not. This doesn't. There are many games that I will deliberately choose not to say things because they just like feel too much beyond the pale. I'm tempted for this to be one of them. I don't actually want the money, but I am curious what the exchange is going to be.
I'm sorry to bring this up, but your sister owed me money.
So?
I did my part. As the new leader of the camp, the debt falls on you.
Let me be sure I understand. You killed my sister, and now you're asking me for payment.
Yes, the payment for killing your sister. I am actually going to say never mind, because A, I have enough money. I actually don't care, and I like the fact that we can turn this down.
Whoa, when you put it like that. Never mind, forget it.
I'll try.
What's new around here?
I have no time for gossip.
Now that you're in charge, what's the plan?
We finish what we started. We find the strength to leave New Eden forever. But not yet. They still have too much fear in their hearts, and not enough hope.
The region is still dangerous. They may never find the courage they need to leave it.
How fare the people round here?
We're not out of the woods yet. You'll excuse the pun.
The settlement seems to be doing well with you in charge.
We've made some gains, but we're far from ready to leave.
Did you tell them what Thickskin did?
I told them she died hunting the beast. Some are yet in their sullens, but they're better with sleep now the nightmares have stopped.
I'm not sure that I'd tell them either. This feels judgmental.
The beast is dead. The curse recedes.
Game returns slowly to the woods. Whatever you did, it worked. Still, some troubles yet vex. The bodies of the lost are buried, many without names. But we found tracks. They lead away into the woods. Some may have escaped. I need to know for sure.
If they're alive, you mean?
Yes. And if they're dead, that they won't be coming back. We need no more beasts.
A new scourge is always possible, but very unlikely without the nightmare's influence.
Probably best to confirm, eh?
Thank you. I followed the tracks as far as I could from the killing ground. I left a red flag as a marker. From there, I ventured no further.
Goodbye to you for now, Kate.
Where are you? Where have you gone?
Yeah, it's not like I'm like filling up a karma bar or whatever else. It's much more about the, and let's actually pick up this other activity while we're here. As unlikely as it seems from what we've done so far. Wait, is that? That's not literally back up there, is it? What I was going to say is that as unlikely as it feels, I don't. Oh, sorry. That it could be two birds with one stone. That we're just able to knock off two things at the same time. I have done this exactly wrong. Okay, hopefully here. It's more like, I mean, honestly, we are going to the woman who is still grieving the death of her sister, not to mention probably coming to grips with the fact that her ex-girlfriend slash lover, I don't know how close that they actually got to, Deborah, is the nightmare. Like, Kate's dealing with a lot, and then she's gonna have this guy show up and say, by the way, killing your sister was technically a contract that she signed, so I do need to get paid for my time. That just feels really awful.
Jane?
Squire Paris was all I had in this world. It was not for you to choose. That's all I have to say to you, spirit killer. Unless you are looking for work. An angry spirit haunts the woods. His body lies nearby. I require his name and proof that he is dead. Interested?
I mean, yes, but...
How are you doing?
I saw a man's spirit torn from the world. I'm doing just fine.
That man used you. For years, he lied to you. He betrayed your people to the men that killed them.
He earned his cut, and so shall they, living or dead. I'm ready now. Ready to deliver on their trade.
Be careful out there, Jane. Please.
No, I don't think I will.
So, an angry spirit, you say?
Yes, in the woods. I believe it is a dead hummingbird. This is good. Although I wish I had been the one to kill him. I need his name, to cross it from the list.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Let me just look to see what she has. I don't think that we need to shop.
May I see your wares?
You may even buy them, if you have the coin.
Okay, she has a lot of things. I might need some linen. I don't actually know. But everything else that she sells, we have literally hundreds. So let's just look very quickly to see if we have any purpose for linen. Not there. Oh, this is fully upgraded. Yeah, let's focus on wristband. Who sells silver? Also, am I correct that we never got a better wristband? Or there's not one that I want to use. Dodge within 10 increases the damage of next punch attack by 30%. How am I not using that compared to punch attack is increased by 50%? Oh, no, that is better. Yeah, no, I do like doing plus 50% punch. I would like to upgrade this, but apparently I need some Christmas and silver. Neither of those things are linen. Oh, wait. This does need some linen. We need 42 linens. I have 12. I'm very bad at math. That's 30 linens. Is that correct? Oops. Okay. I'm super bad at math, so I am actually going to look. Okay, now I have enough linens. And this needs ghostly concretion. What is it? Concretion. All right. But are there any other of these ones that I want to upgrade? I don't care about that Veil Shock at all. The only thing about this Veil Shock is that if you take a look, that is really good stuff for vitality and persistence. At a relatively low cost. No, and that's what I currently have equipped. Yeah, all of these, I really feel like for my stats, this is the best one that I've got. The spirit point gains being reduced is a little rough when we run out of Antea. Okay.
I'll leave you then. Good day.
Okay, so we're looking for one dead person and several missing settlers. If we were to prioritize those, I would say missing settlers would be top of mind. So, case marker flag. Yeah, let's head out and do this one first. So we can fast travel all the way to the bivouac. And I never found that, apparently. Oh, and we might be able to do that as well if we can find that last chest. So, yeah, let's just fast travel out there. Wait, and where am I? Oh, you guys, there's another activity. I vote that we pick these all up right now. You know what? I bet this is related to the clear waters. Scutters.
Good day to you, Scudder. It's been a while.
Strange. It feels like a mere moment since you killed my cousin and only friend.
Yeah, well, sorry about that.
Nah. 'Twas for the best. He'd earned it. And I've earned all this. All this guilt. I'd be fair willing to give the money back. But Credence hid it above the old cemetery, near the landslip. And the place is overrun with spectres.
All right, if I can, I'll take a look.
I'd be grateful, sir. I surely would. And I trust you'll not be tempted to keep it.
How are things going?
Good of you to ask, sir. What do you wish to know?
What did you think of Thickskin?
What does it matter now she's gone? Wherever she is, I hope she found peace. No, I don't. Wherever she is, I hope it's not shite.
How fares Kate since she took charge?
There's nothing for us here no more. Kate's ready in the camp to leave. Will you come?
A generous offer, but no thank you. I have business here. How fares the camp?
The camp is near its end, if we're being honest. Some say you're to blame. Kate says you're to blame. I do see it that way. You did what you thought right.
Good day to you, sir.
And a good day to you, sir.
Okay, yeah. Old money does not trump possibly missing settlers. I'll say this. I don't really expect that we're going to find a throng of people that we're going to direct to come back to camp. But that's more me, like, metagaming what I think this game and engine is capable of doing. Either way, from a narrative standpoint, it feels right that we're going to go try to help the people. So we're going to go here. Yeah, I assume that there's going to be like a whole section of the game that does take place back in actual New Eden. If we go there and it's mostly for the finale against the nightmare or whatever, and that's it, I really will be astonished that they put that much time and effort to develop that like town, that village area of the map, and then you're there for ultimately such a short amount of time. It would actually be really impressive, like a huge fake out that you think that's where the game is going to take place, and instead, no, it's actually like all of these other surrounding areas.
Kate mentioned.
Let's find these missing settlers then. I mean, obviously they're dead, but let's find them anyway.
Sometimes they really trick me into thinking there's going to be a lot of chat. Oh, yeah, as we were coming up on the scutters, I was starting to say, when at this moment, when this is over, I'm actually, like, I'm really thinking about this. What would be my biggest complaint? Like, what would I say is the thing that I would have liked to see this game do better? And the only thing that really comes to mind at this moment is that on occasion, some of the lip syncing seems a little bit on the crude side for this day and age. That's not much of a complaint. I'm not going to be a weird contrarian and complain. Hold on. Okay, just checking out the rope. And, you know, get all up in arms about an experience that honestly is just really, really pleasant to play through. There's a whole thing where there's like a certain... I talked about this last time. There's a certain animation priority, it feels like, for specific things like drinking a decoction or switching to Antea or whatever, that sometimes I'm pressing the button and it's not happening because I think that another animation is still playing out. But that's not really a complaint. That's just learning the system. It doesn't have like this odd input delay that you'll find with some games where it just feels like it takes them a second to figure out how to start the animation that you've just requested. There's nothing like that. And for the really important stuff, like charging up a heavy attack, oh, you need to dodge, you can just dodge right out of it. The combat feels really good. Oh, I guess another question that I have, and again, not really a complaint, but there's all sorts of quick switches to become Antea, but as near as I can find, there don't appear to be any quick switches where you go back to red. And I don't think that I've ever pointed that out, but because like, here we go, like hold on. 1, 2, 3, Antea. But now if you do 1, 2, 3, okay, he didn't do an attack. I guess I did switch back. Hold on, let me try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he just turns back into red. He doesn't have the follow-up attack coming out of the combo. And that's... I wonder why. I wonder why all the quick switch combos are block an attack, switch to Antea, parry an attack, switch to Antea, do your third strike, switch to Antea. Do that, and then be there. But like if you try to do it from Antea to red, he just turns back into red. That's like, again, it's a curiosity why they did that, because it feels like, and maybe the reason is that you could get into like some really elongated combos if you could just keep them going by quick switching at the proper time over and over and over again. Maybe that was originally in there, like, oh, this feels too much like just an infinite juggle combo in a Tekken game, so let's not do that. Or maybe that gets unlocked a little bit later. It was a while before we picked up an ability for Antea that made use of like a heavy attack button. So maybe it's still to come. So we came down here. Antea checked out the rope. Then I guess we're continuing forward. Now, is it me or does the map show something up here? No, there is a wall there. All right. Oh, I guess here's another thought. There tend to be a bunch of typos, or sorry, what I perceive to be typos in the books, like especially in the written text. Now that could be that Don't Nod is a French studio and they're sort of writing in French, and then when it's translated over, it doesn't go quite 100%, and maybe with a patch they would, well, hold on, maybe with a patch they would fix some of that up, or it could be intentional. It could be A, this is a different time with a different understanding of how to write, and B, the people doing the writing aren't necessarily like highly educated. A lot of them like got sort of a religious upbringing and then learned a craft, and from the age of like 7 years old have been working. So being able to write at all is kind of like a rarity. It could be as simple as that, and that some of the oddities in the writing are intentional to show you something about the person that wrote it.
Maybe all of them.
If so, at least one recovered. Or died somewhere else.
To any who survived the attack, danger surrounds us. Injured by the beasts, our companion sickened and died. Companion, singular. We buried him. I hereby stand testament to his bravery. Without his sacrifice, I too would be dead. Blessed be his soul, and may he forgive us, for, though he asked us to bury his axe with him, we kept it as our only weapon. We shall strike out on foot for the coast, which lies southeast. Etienne tells me we leave in minutes. Pray for our souls, you who find us, for I doubt we shall survive this journey. MS. I do not... I recognize the name Etienne. I don't remember MS.
3 of them found a way out. One succumbed to his injuries. They went southeast, hoping to reach the sea.
Then we'll do the same.
I happen to think this is very cool, that after you solve a haunting case, there's like an epilogue chapter, this activity, which, as far as I can tell, isn't going to give you a skill point. It isn't going to like give you like an Antea spirit point or something that you get to spend. But it's like a codec on like
I'm
what...
a good enough cragsman, but I don't think I can climb this.
There's no jump to be had. Not that I can see.
Then I guess I'm taking the long way round.
What I was going to say is like what happened next, and without knowing for sure, I would guess that a lot of these activities are probably predicated on what decision you made. Like, here's the outcome of that. These people survived the attack from Thickskin. Do we believe for 1 second that if Thickskin was still kicking, that she would have sent Red and Antea out to find them? She doesn't care about them. That's her whole thing, is not caring about people. So I suspect that there would have been a follow-up chapter and activity, but it probably would have been completely different. So sorry, when he says I'm taking the long way around, I just don't currently know what that means. Track the survivors. Oh, is it this way? Probably. Okay. Speaking of oddities, says Caroluna, installed a virtual Windows 10 for some testing, build 10.586, which was released in October 2017, just refuses to update beyond that. Well, the update servers are definitely not done. Like, if that was a regular physical, like a regular install, I would anticipate that it would go just fine. So I wonder if it has to do with the fact that it's a virtual install. Yeah, we don't have those hunter pieces. I'm feeling like this pathway down here is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to make way for Kate's bivouac, or however it is intended to be said. Like, there shouldn't be any version of Windows 10 that Microsoft is not willing to bring up to the latest version of Windows 10. But I don't have any other good guesses except that because it's like a virtual version or something, it's not communicating with the server properly. That really doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, we read that. We read that. This was a source of our investigation before. It did do some updates, but not many. And Carolina also says that he wouldn't think so. So, if this does not represent the long way around, I hope I'm not being a big idiot with this. Wait, we can't highlight that. So, let me head in this direction, mostly because we just want to get in the main path. I'm concerned that I'm overthinking this and going in the complete ass wrong direction. But we'll follow that pathway to the southeast-ish way, and then see what we get. And if it's wrong, then we'll have to make the hike back. Okay, let's pause here for a second. We're just going to take a look at our map. So a little bit further, and then we'll see if we can go downish. And actually, that might be the... So this is a river. That's not a path, that's a river. Right. So that is not a way down there. So this whole idea that I have does not make sense. When he says I've got to take... This might be a we can't do this right now, but that doesn't feel right. He didn't say, I guess we'll have to follow up on this if we ever make our way down there. This was more of a... Like, when we weren't able to open up the cursed chests, I feel like the game did a pretty good job of communicating, you're not going to be able to do this. Like, yeah, this is a mystery, but you can't resolve it yet. Oh dear. How do we... I don't remember how we came to be here. So we'll go either left or right, I guess. That was a down. And this is an up. Okay. Yeah, at that point, Caroluna, I would be, I would turn to Dr. Google and type in that version number plus unable to update and see what, if anything, came up. Okay, well this... Right, this brought us back here. That's cool. Oh, you know what? I mean, I should uncheck that and just re-highlight that. And if we just follow the marker... I don't know why I'm trying to set custom waypoints. Game is pretty damn good about telling you which way to go. Usually. Fortunately, we do have the other activities to pursue if this one proves to be a dead end. Yeah, so normally the compass will adjust to show you... I've called this out on multiple occasions. Will adjust to show you exactly how to get to where you're trying to get to. And here, it's only showing what direction to head in. Which is one of the things that's leading me to believe, wait, maybe this is a come back later situation. Anything else here? Not currently. Caroluna believes the PC is haunted. Maybe I should stop watching this. It is true that thinking about ghosts is what brings ghosts to you. That was the whole theme of the Bye Bye Man. So here we are, back again. The only cave is right there, and the only marker says to just phase right through this wall. Track the survivors. What a curious thing. Directive. And it's down to some place that we can't possibly get to. I legitimately think this is a comeback some other time. Except that he said the long way. Can I... Like, the activities are not marked in your journal. Like, I can't read about this that I know of. That's the next main story mission. These are haunting cases. Oh, wait. Mount Pleasant. Yep. New Eden Town. Yep. And then back to this. Track the survivors. Let's go do something else then, because I'm more than a little stumped on this one, and I bet it's going to come back for us. So let's see if we can get the payroll money. So we're going to go back to the campfire. At one point or another, we have to penetrate into that part of the map. If there's traversable terrain, it can't just be for this quest. So sooner or later, we're going to find our way down there. The only alternative is, again, look it up. And, like, what comes to mind is that in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, there's this one part, this is not a spoiler, there's this one part, it's actually an anti-spoiler, like, don't worry about it, where Evie Fry, I think it's Evie, will start saying, like, every time you go to your base, oh, a letter for Jacob. And like there's this letter that, and then if you're Jacob, I think, what? A letter for me? And there's absolutely no other indication in the game of what the hell they're talking about. There's no map marker. There's nothing else. It's just like, there's a letter for Jacob. So at one point, I was like, what the hell is this? What are they talking about? So I finally just, like, Googled it, and it turned out that, if I'm remembering correctly, this was a hook for a future chapter that was going to come up a little bit later that you could choose to do earlier if you wanted to, like it's not really sequence breaking, except in the most literal sense where you are going to do a later sequence right now. But also, if you just wait, it will eventually be brought to your attention. Yeah, let's fast travel to Hunter's Camp. So the actual answer that I learned from Google is just wait. It's fine. It'll come up. I just, again, wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something, and I couldn't figure out what the characters were talking about. So This I'm going to assume is the same way. And if we wrap up all the haunting cases around the camp here and then do some other stuff, and absolutely nothing has brought us that far south, then maybe we'll just take a look just to make sure that I'm not failing to see what level my character is, despite it being the largest and most brightly colored number on the entire thing. Carol Luna said earlier, like, I guess that, you know, they made it that big to make sure you wouldn't see it. That is a thing that happens to me. Sometimes an interface element will be so big and obvious that it is the thing that I overlook, because I'm sort of focusing all of my attention on the small details and not the biggest and most obvious thing. One of the most infamous examples for me is, not surprisingly, from this game, but Anno 2205, where if you go back and watch that playthrough, and no, I don't remember what episode it is, I spent a substantial amount of time absolutely mystified by how to access a certain part of the interface, because it was the biggest thing on screen, and I did not interpret it as being a button. I thought it was just like a decorative element. So it just never occurred to me to click on that one thing.
Hogging all the fun.
But that was less not seeing it and more not realizing that it was a button. That you, like, click here to get to the thing that you're trying to do. So it was less of a not seeing it, more of a just misunderstanding what I was seeing. That's not on the game. Like, I'm sure the person that designed this extremely odd, like, large button felt that it was, hold on. Surely nobody will misunderstand this, but yeah, don't, hold on, let me just, I want to make sure that, nope. Okay, so I want to deselect that. There. So now we are in the payroll money zone, and if I remember correctly, what's-his-face, Beloved, said that the money was, like, hidden on a bluff that overlooked things. So let's see what we can find. Killer says it could be on the game. I really take ownership of that one. If I could remember the episode number, I would show it to people so that they could know. But no, there are plenty of opportunities in a game where I'll say, okay, I feel like that was unclear, and here's this, you know, I hope here's a specific way that I might have done it better that would have been clearer. This was just me not.
Not gonna ask for help?
I did try to dodge back. I actually appreciate the vote of confidence. Okay, that'll be how we get down. So I suspect that what we're looking for is up there. Let's see if we can find our way up.
The roots won't remain visible for long after I take the heart. Be quick.
She said about the creeping ivy. Hold on, I don't... Okay. Actually did not... Wow. So, that is, as far as I can tell, actually out of range. Moreover, though, there's another root structure that is, like, way the hell over here. Oh.
The stolen payroll. Beloved may have it back. Or not. We'll see.
No, we're gonna give it to him. Among other things, he said that he wanted to give it back. So there's one. Wow, this one seems hard. There are 3 things here. So we throw that. I mean, I'll try it, but this really feels like that last one is too far. Oh, we can't hit it. Okay. I still need to reload.
Quick and precise. Well done.
Okay, now, does anybody know why we did that? Oh, was it this chest? I didn't realize there was a chest here. Oh, and that. So, we found the payroll. I didn't realize it was going to be quite that straightforward. Now, doesn't it look like there's more to the path here? And it wasn't up there at all. Yeah, there's a whole thing up here that we don't know about, and I don't think we can get to yet. So we will go talk to Beloved. Before we do, let's go to the Mercenary Corps. That reminds me. There was, or sorry, I was thinking when we went to talk to Jane that when we were talking about Squire Sincere Paris and what he did to Jane's people, we didn't talk about Jane herself. Like I sort of didn't cover that part of it. Jane found out the specific people who murdered her tribe with a combination of smallpox and gunfire. Like became such a terror to them that they retreated back to their base in the woods. That if I'm understanding the story correctly, she knew they were going to go there and lace the whole place with black powder and blew them all up. She's awesome. Like we had a whole story here about the Banishers, but there's an entire B plot where Jane, the survivor of this tribe, like as far as we know, the last remaining person of her tribe, just took it to them. There's a whole we're in the epilogue of her whole action movie sequence. I did have one other question, because I genuinely do not think that this is a graphical issue, but it's also something that I'm unfamiliar with. Jane has red all around her hairline. She has her face, she has her hair, and you can sort of see at the hairline and then what appears to be receding back into her hairline, this bright red color. I don't know that. Is that a thing? Is that a cultural element to... Shoot, they've provided the name of these people and now I've forgotten because that was an episode ago. I'm not going to remember it. It's just one of those things where that feels like a deliberate artistic presentation for this character, and I'm just wondering what the basis for it is. Okay, there. If we were playing a game about, William Wallace, and there were a whole bunch of people running around with, blue and white paint on their faces or whatever, I wouldn't be confused about that or say, what a weird graphical bug. That's clearly part of this particular time and place. With her, I'm wondering if it's something similar, because it's just unfamiliar to me. But I don't think I read it out loud. Carolyn is saying that too creative UI elements can be difficult to understand. That is absolutely true. In this, so if I'm remembering correctly, and it's been a while, at issue is when I was playing Anno 2205, I was trying to get to how do you manage your space station, which is one of the things that they introduced in an expansion pack for that game, and it's actually a really cool system. But I couldn't figure out how to get there. Well, it turned out that, if I'm, again, remembering correctly, up at the top right-hand corner of the screen, there is your, hold on.
Have a bit of this.
Oh, it's still on cooldown.
Your funeral.
Up the top right-hand corner of the screen, it has a button. Again, and I didn't know it was a button, but it has the symbol for your corporation that you choose at the beginning of the game. It is large. It is prominent. I saw it 100% as being the symbol of my corporation in the game. I just didn't realize that it was a button. Now, I suspect that if I had paid any attention to the pre-release marketing where they were sort of showing off the content that was going to be in this expansion pack, that would have been covered immediately. Like they would have shown that off and just said, this is how you get to it. It might also have been introduced in a tutorial where I was just distracted or I didn't realize that that's what they meant. Or this does happen in Anno games. Sometimes the Anno games will want to introduce a new gameplay element and I'm like, well, no, but I'm sort of in the middle of this other thing, so I'll come back later. But yeah, that's, in other words, I don't think it's a particularly, like, we want to be a little bit too clever on our interface element. I think it's more that I just missed out on what it was trying to teach me at some point.
One less to worry about.
Ready and waiting.
It's similar to like this game. Oh man, it should be nice if I knew how to like what I need in order to upgrade my parts. And like you can just look at your inventory right there. It's the same button that it always is. I know that I've brought this up, but like that sort of thing, I guess I'm in my head, I'm concerned about somebody stopping by, watching the opening episodes and be like, oh man, he's right, that is really
Spectre
annoying.
ahead. A dead mercenary, I think.
Be ready.
And consequently, like taking my incorrect feedback and being like, oh man, that game does seem pretty annoying. It's like, no, it's not. I just didn't see it. Oh, he's mad about those wisps. That's interesting.
Did we miss a few?
So I do recognize this guy's name as well. No, no. Stop it. Fuck. This guy is, he is one of the, we read some journal entries from this man. A distinctive name, so it's stuck in my head. Oops.
Have to do this myself.
Okay. Oh, shit. Antea is very on Taya right now. She's completely drained. What's interesting is that she seems to be getting drained while...
Over.
May Jane now find peace.
While Red was taking damage, which I don't feel like I've encountered before. Hummingbird signet ring. A silver signet ring in the shape of a hummingbird, with 2 garnet stones. That's not written by somebody. That's what I'm talking about. Like just some weird translation issues. It feels like sometimes in the shape of hummingbirds. There's no need for the A. With 2 garnet stones, the ring used to belong to mercenary Captain Beauverger.
Here's the ring. A hummingbird carved upon it.
And with it, a name. Beauverger. Dead at last.
Thank you, Antea, for teaching me how to say the name. Beauverger. Francis Beauverger's private journal. I now know who shoots my men. It is not witch nor ghost, but a woman. An Indian woman, flesh and blood. I've seen her. And like the rabid dog she is, I tracked her to her lair. When next she comes to the woods, I shall be waiting. In the name of the hummingbirds, I will shoot her down. Oh, it feels so good what happened to this dude. Like at Jane's hand, too. Like, we don't know exactly what went down here, but yo, he knew who it was. He was lying in wait. He attempted to ambush her. He ended up dead. And so I will say this. Actually, I take it back, because I don't think it was by her hand. Because remember, she asked us to come out here to, like, what do they call it? Like confirmed kill mode in Call of Duty. She needed to know whose spirit this was and get their name. But I don't understand how this guy ended up dead. I guess there's a lot of things in the woods that kill you. It just feels like, I don't know. Let's see what Jane has to say. I prefer my headcanon to be that he lay in wait and she just like walked up right behind him and slipped a blade between his ribs. The only trouble with that theory is that why wouldn't she have then had the ring and know who, known who he was? Oh, we can probably do this faster if we go. Yeah, for sure. Here. It depends on where you are. If you're in Australia, everything is out to get you. Yeah, Australia really does feel like... I've never been to Australia. It does feel like if you are born and raised in Australia, you probably get a lot of education about, like, if you see, like, the reeds moving, if you see something moving in the grass, just get the hell away from it. It's probably attempting to get you. Kangaroos, leave them the hell alone. See a snake with this marking? If you got close enough to see the markings, you probably died of poison. Koala bears, extremely lethal. Just stay away. All right, we're gonna go to fast travel. And we are going back here. Okay. Damn it, every time. I was liked it when Harmony's Crow stopped by and she like recognized the instrument that Red was commenting on. It's cool to know things. It's also cool to know people that know things. Like, I don't know, I would like to be better educated about everything all the time. Like, why wouldn't you want to be? However, I also think that there's a lot to be said for just, like, giving other people their chance to shine. Like, other people know stuff. You listen to them. I'm pretty sure this is still locked. Yeah, if I was to guess, if we had reaped Jane's soul, then maybe we would have gotten the key for that lockbox. I am comfortable not opening it. Where is Jane? Oh, there she is. Hey, Jane, what did you hear what I said about reaping your soul? I was just practicing for a play. Don't worry about it.
Jane.
You.
But like, you see what I'm talking about? Like that red coloring around her hairline? Like that's... Everybody sees it. It's just, it's deliberate, and I feel like it means something that I don't understand. But here we go.
I found your spectre. On the finger of its corpse, a ring and a name. Francis Beauverger.
At last. The bird has lost its luster, as it should. Thank you both. May the hunt continue.
Really weird framing on that scene. Okay, I guess that's it.
I'll leave you then. Good day.
Can we not fist bump her? Like, sorry, what I mean is, can we please fist bump her? Like, I know this cultural event isn't going to mean very much to you right now, but it's my way of saying, like, good on ya. Great work. So yes, we can also turn in the dirty money. Oh, hold on, brother. There we go. Now, I'm going to give him the money. We should probably talk this through very quickly. I'm not keeping the money. It's not mine. He said that he was inclined to give the money back. If he asks Red what he should do, I would suggest that he does give it back. Of all things, this man seems to be one possessed of like a very, very sharp conscience. And I feel like if he doesn't give it back, no matter what he does with the money, that's going to eat at him in a way that he cannot stand. Like, this dude seriously has a very finely tuned conscience. That said, if returning it is going to rob him of his opportunity to, like, go on and live a good life, putting the money to good use, but then again, why would that ever be true? And like that dude got clubbed in the back of the head. I hope that he returns it, and I would advise him to do so. He does have an element of like self-flagellation. It's not his fault. And it would suck if the other people come to punish him for something that his cousin did and has already been punished for. Because it's not like we have a trial that we can point to.
Good day to you, Mr. McCraith. Did you find the money?
I did. You may have it. No running off to the Indies, mind. You've a debt to pay.
A noble gesture, sir. Noble indeed. I shall match it with my own. The Indies will have to wait.
There we go.
Good day to you, sir.
And a good day to you, sir.
So, just again, apparently he's not only returning what was taken, but he's doubling it. Seems like a good guy. I mean, he clubbed that dude in the back of the head, and that sucks. Like, if the ghost of guy who got dumped came back and said, hey, Banishers, I got some unfinished business for you, I would probably go ahead with that. Given the number of people that come back in this particular universe, the fact that we haven't heard from that guy indicates that ultimately he was pretty okay with it. Like, I'm dead. Well, I guess I'm going to go do something else and not worry about this for a while. So I don't have to worry about getting vengeance for him. No, that's story quest. Why don't we round out by doing one additional... What we've learned about those golden question marks, those are the combat challenges, and I want to go try to do that. So let me just remember where we are in the world. I'm there. We will travel to there. And yeah, this will probably be the last thing that we do for this episode. It just feels like something that we can do to round out. Also, keep saying drop bears. I don't know what are drop bears something different than... I don't know what drop bears are, at least not by that name. I feel like I've heard of drop bears, but they're not coming to mind. So we're going to... was it here? I'm pretty sure it was. Apparently I still haven't removed the brace from the other side of that door. Okay, let's go there. Okay, come on, magic compass. Show me the way. Oh no! The magic compass says I have to go through this door that I can't open. Can we work our way past that somehow? No, not from here. We're not going to be able to get up there. Going inside that house seems foolish. And just to... Well, now hold on. The question mark is pointing over here. Maybe it'll lead me to an alternate path. Oh.
Piss off.
Carolyn is clarifying. The drop bear is a hoax in contemporary Australian folklore, featuring a predatory, carnivorous version of the koala. This imaginary animal is commonly spoken about in tall tales designed to scare tourists. It would work on me. If somebody who knows is going to say, hey, watch out for drop bears, they'll get you. Does anybody else remember that, by the way? That, like, video? This is multiple years old. Like, the girl that I'm about to describe is probably, like, in her teens now. But a while back, there was a video of, like, this 3-year-old who had watched Star Wars for the first time. And she was sort of, like, recounting details of the plot. And at one point, she was like, don't talk back to Vader, because he'll get ya. It's just extremely adorable, and I anytime I hear the phrase, like, they'll get you, oops.
I should take over.
I just think of that.
Call on me.
Wait, I really didn't look at where I should be doing this. So we got one. 2. And then, is there 3? There's a lot of veins coming out of that, a lot of root structures, so I do feel like there's probably a 3 someplace. 1. Drop Bear is also an SSH software. What's SSH in that statement? All right, well, let's shoot the 2 and just see what we got. Okay, please. Wow, I could not have taken longer on that. And it was still only 2 of them. Only 2 of the 3. Where do we think is the 3rd? I should probably try it one more time because I flubbed so hard on the character changing. But Oh, hello. Okay, let's do this in a more sensible way.
You aim for the heart. I'll destroy the roots.
Is that it?
That's why they pay me good money.
I genuinely didn't see that until the very last second. Secure shell, says Caroluna. Mostly used for executing command line commands on a remote system. Caroluna does some SSH himself, but not drop bear specifically. One of those things I've probably heard of at some point and did not absorb. So, Caroluna, will you be streaming Expeditions when it does do the full release? I'd be very interested. And thank you for the advice, by the way, on other people who had already streamed it. Like, I would like to take a look at that. But I'm hoping to catch your streams. That is the way we came up. Okay. Okay, that was just music. I heard something. Wanted to go back and double check. Okay, so that's what we've come for, but I did hear something behind me as we were entering in here. We'll go take a look at that. Yeah, this has a lot more... Again, this isn't really open world, but it has a lot more open world style stuff than I would have expected. Vampire also had sort of like a map that you could explore, but if somebody had complained to them that Vampire's world felt a little bit barren, they did a great job with this. Now, why is that smashable? Oh, is this a rope tie place? Caroluna has not fully decided. He'll try to watch some more of it and decide if he may have been a bit too hasty in getting it. Wow. Yeah, I'll say this, Caroluna. Do not hold on to the game because I would be interested in watching you play. Not that I think that that's a danger, but you always do what's best for you and your wallet. Games are expensive, and life is expensive. Uh-oh. I didn't think this was a one-way trip. I saw things flashing and wanted them. Why must my greed get the best of me? That's okay. We know what we're doing. So the first of the voyages that we did was rather long. Like, there was a whole like sequence that we went through to get to the Sorrow, and then the second one was basically right there. So I don't know that we have an average length of these, but they don't seem to be very long on the total.
Ready to walk through it if you are.
Did we miss a few?
This isn't over yet.
Oh. No! Ugh. You know what? Their bursts, I think, do damage to other enemies, which is actually really cool.
Move it, Red.
Okay, I thought I saw, yeah, something drop. Carolina says, some people seem to like it. Some see it seems rushed and has a very bad UI. I'm currently very confused. The bad UI is interesting just because I would have expected them to mostly focus on importing and then refining the existing UI from SnowRunner. But maybe it's bad in handling some of the new gameplay elements that they wanted to add. You know, vague instructions on where to go, or like how to navigate to get those instructions. It's like needlessly cumbersome. No. Yes, okay. I also continue to just like that, the effect of it, but also just like getting to the exact right place. They could have made it really approximate. It just sort of locks in. It's just, oh, a tunnel, and then you hit it. The fact that you have to like line up the like everything so that it works, I don't know. I like that.
There's more of them.
Did we miss a few?
Okay, but don't be here. Damn it. Yeah, so I just got knocked out of Antea mode. And I'm gonna get knocked out worse than that.
Not gonna ask for help?
Yeah, that's the guy I really want gone.
Bust!
Yeah, their explosions do damage to them. That's... I didn't expect that.
Have some of this.
It's not a lot, but it's something. Took that dude out. But yeah, I was deliberately, like, not being Antea there as much as I could have because I wanted to recharge her bar. Yeah, as Carol Luna says, it's more than nothing. Was that not the thing to get? Oh boy, I don't actually remember how I came to be in this chamber. I sort of feel like I want to keep going up. Carolina also says, supposedly fuel trucks are not a thing anymore. You seem to need to plan truck choice and route to get to the destination. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that part of it. I wonder if that is something that they might, like, factor back in. Or if that's an intentional decision of, like, we really want to make sure that you can't just game around the fuel requirement system by parking a truck out there. In other words, I wonder if this is an intentional design decision of a factor that they want to remove in order to encourage a greater sense of pre-planning and to make low mileage, what is the phrase I'm thinking of? High gas mileage trucks more useful and appealing. Or if it's just, we'll put that into a DLC and then sell it to you. Again, from what I've seen, I don't think that anybody would accuse Saber Interactive of, like, price gouging their people. But management can change. This really seems like it's a combat arena. Company rolls over, new manager comes in, and suddenly they have some super weird ideas on what is and is not acceptable to the customers. Carol Luna says, could be, trucks kind of have an inventory now. Extra fuel are among the things you can put in there from what I understand. Yeah, it feels like it might be a balancing mechanic. Ow. Okay, stop it. I really don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm a little bit stuck on some piece of geometry. I maybe need to not be there, and
it's on you.
So I think that there's one more thing, and also I'm about to get dead. I specifically want to hold on to my Banish until I can go after the Big Sorrow. So I'm looking for the last totem. Pillar, whatever it's called. Is that it? I don't think I want to be here. Or maybe I'll just use it right this second by pressing the wrong button.
Time to release these poor souls.
You said it. Oh no! All I saw was explosion radius. Okay. D-O-N-E. We did it. It's cool that not only do we get the +3 to all of our attributes, but then we also get like an extra chest. Yeah, look at this. That's the wrong button. We got a new gun. It's called the Star Rifle. Star Cluster. Defeating an enemy with the rifle increases the damage of the next manifestation by 70%. That seems pretty cool. It makes it harder to... Oh, no, that's strength, not dexterity. That's a big drop in strength, because that's sword damage. I'm not sure that I'm going to use that one much, but... Wow, look at how much Scourge accretion we got. How might upgrade it. Yeah, because, I mean, look, that brings up to 52. The rifle damage goes up to 52. We're at 61. 9-point drop for increasing the strength of her next yell.
Wards, you're on your...
Oh.
Get lost, won't you?
Blasted pest!
This is interesting, not being able to Antea at all. Or am I supposed to smash that?
Ready and waiting.
Oh, okay. Really should have opened with that then. I guess I just assumed, based on previous encounters, that there would be more than one ghost ward, but it was just the one. I could have smashed it at any time. But yeah, I'll say this, without having seen literally 1 second of this Expeditions game, I sort of could see them having made the decision to remove fuel trucks so that gas mileage isn't just the thing that you look at before you park a fuel truck and then eliminate, not all of it, but a chunk of that particular gameplay consideration. I feel like this route is going down there, but I don't know. That one's definitely right there. And then the third one is... I honestly can't see it. Is that? No. Well, let's activate it. There's the other one. No, there's one more. Oh, it's gonna be on this side. I bet it's going to be down here somewhere. Except I still don't see it. We've got one back. Nope, nope. You just put that right in the wall. We've got one back there. We've got one on the other side. And then we've got this last root structure that looks like it goes down and then, like, into the wall. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That's the same one as I can see over there. I don't see anything else over... Wait. Wait, the root structure comes over here. There it is! Okay. So there's the one. Got it. So we're going to... And then even while that's running, come in here, shoot that guy, walk over here, shoot that guy. Jump over here.
Once I've bruised the heart, Destroy the wisp within its roots.
Now, just before we go, I did notice that there's a yell door right there. You can sort of see it over the rocky outcrop. But I don't have a way down to it now, so maybe that's what we're opening up, even though this looks like it goes up. Oh, this is cool. This is more spirit points. While we're going, we were sort of talking about it between streams here. This game does something that I've talked about in the past. It actually does it exceedingly well, I think, which is, we're playing a story about these two Banishers, and they hunt ghosts, and they have a relationship, and they have a whole deal that they're going to just sum it up in the most literary possible terms. They've got a big deal that they're doing. But they're also in a world where other people have their own shit that they're going through that has literally nothing to do with them, or very little to do with them. One of them is Seeker and Ceridian. I have sort of a very crudely formed and poorly understood theory on what's happening there, that Ceridian and Seeker are the same person at different points in their sort of like time loop, and that Ceridian knew to tell Seeker to go help out Red because she remembered that she had done that when she was Seeker. So they do have something to do with Red and Antea, but also are like completely on their own stuff, like that Bone Walker that showed up. Okay, completely failing it, doing the parry or the counterattack. Like when Ceridian died, there was this like Bone Walker that came up that the two of them clearly understood what this whole thing was about, and Red and Antea are just like respectfully not asking questions about it. There's a lot of like haunting investigations, but it also feels like these people came from someplace and are headed off to someplace, and that their encounter with Red and Antea will have an impact on their lives one way or the other, on what they get to do. There's also like the witches, like, well, I guess Seeker and Ceridian are witches, but isn't there like a third faction? Oh, the demonologists. Like there's demonologists out there that are handling these same things, but doing so using a different sort of philosophy and skill set than what these guys are. And all I'm saying is that this feels like a world that the Banishers are in, rather than a world about Banishers. It feels like there's room in this mythology for other stories about other characters doing other things that not only have nothing to do with Red and Antea, but have nothing to do with Banishers in general. The Banishers are existing, they're off doing their own other thing, and other than that, it's Windy Cave. Oh, shelter needs to be. I'll activate the shelter. Let's head over there. It'll give us another fast travel point. And that is what I'm talking about when I say that, like, I've watched 2 Blade Runner movies now, and the fact that only people ever talk about Blade Runners, or sorry, about replicants, it just seems a little hollow. It just feels like the world is just an allegory for what is the definition of man. And yeah, that's an interesting question, but I feel like it's better answered in a world that has more going on than just these mouthpieces.
The right words of power may force the nearby specters to show themselves.
So force the specters. It's not. I have a lot of wild churble one way or the other.
Unveil yourself.
Standing by. That spectre's seen a corpse and it wants it for its own. Hogging all the fun.
Although Antea's... Oh, no. Stop it. Let's find out if Antea's yell counts. No. Yeah, this is going to be a red happy...
It's angry now.
It's not really going to do much, but...
Blasted pest!
More? More. Okay, not...
There's more of
Okay.
Ready and waiting.
I think that we can still use like this to like tie one of them down. Seems really helpful.
Hogging all the fun.
Shit.
Here, damn it.
Okay, just
Watch
be
out.
anywhere else for a second.
Spectre possession. Hold me.
Really hoping that cooks the ghosts inside too. That's the great thing about banishing, the banish move. Wow, seriously, okay.
They brought more friends. There's more of them.
That corpse is
Crap.
gonna shoot.
You shite stuff up.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect to take that much damage there. Do we want to try that one more time? That was a long one, and I feel like one that is probably best revisited at a higher level, but we were close, weren't we? I think we were close.
Now step from the shadows.
Ready and waiting.
Also, I mean, maybe it is worth taking a look at. Is there any set that's particularly good for... Fourth? Nah, but it's got to be charged heavy attack. Charged heavy attack is increased by 80%. I don't know that this is going to be better, but since most other moves are not worthwhile, let's try this. So I'm just going to remember I'm using Spiritual Parasite, because I am... Oh, are we not allowed to... Okay. I guess it makes sense that he's not carrying around 8 sword sets with him, or 6 sword sets with
Watch
him.
out. Spectre possession. Standing by. Throwing tantrum, are we? Hogging all the fun.
Oh, I feel like I chopped that guy right in half. That felt good.
Reinforcements.
Don't just stand there. Move.
Okay, I do also feel like, you know, using Antea rather to at least gum
That
up one of
corpse is
them.
gonna shoot.
Not sure how much more I can take.
You're within gun range, Red. I can help.
No, please do the charge.
Call on me.
I will do the banish. I'm just trying to, like, maybe get him down. I want to make sure that the banish kills him so that then it then gets the ghost. That was exactly what I wanted to avoid. More? More.
This isn't over yet.
Ow.
Make a run for it! You're wasting your time on this one.
Okay, not trying to go to that one.
I'm right here.
Okay,
Can
it's
help.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Can I join in too?
Can I get to this one? Is that the sound of a corpse cocking its gun? It's when a corpse is this hard.
I am completely failing at this.
Call on me.
Shit. I'm lying.
Come on, Red.
Okay, screw it. This guy does so much damage.
Die, you bastard!
That's why.
He likes us much.
Okay, I am out of decoctions, which means this guy just needs to elbow me a couple times.
I'm here,
Oh, God. I am... Woo! Okay, I don't think I have another one of those in mind. Oh, my goodness. Hello to Buckeye Ninja and everybody raiding over. I am having a very good weekend. I'm feeling a little frustrated right at this second with that fight because I completely failed. Do you want to know why I failed? It's because I started pressing X to switch to my character, and that's the wrong button. I was just completely pressing the wrong button. We will come back to this. That's like a level 25 challenge, and I am level something. 17? 17. Soon to be 18. Note to self, character is not Muhammad Ali. No. Although, this is a game where floating like a butterfly and singing like a bee will serve you well. Buckeye Ninja, how was your stream today? I hope you had a very, very good time. Failure just means you learned something. Yes, in this case, I do feel like I learned I will come back a bit later. I really think that was the last guy. And all I needed to do was not get haymakered for a bit. Oh, what's this? That sounds like a spirit orb. It is. Carol Luna's turning in. Yeah, Carol Luna, we're actually wrapping up here right now as well. So actually on that note, so Buckeye, you just came over. Normally if somebody raids over right at the end of stream, I would then want to like defer to them. However, I got
someone's left us a fire camp to use.
Way into that sentence, and I realized that Mia said that she was going to be streaming this evening, so I might choose to raid over to her, but I really appreciate the raid. Thank you very much. We will do shouts out here in actually just a heartbeat, because I just want to tie off this rope. Killen is confirming that she's live. Carol Luna, thank you very much for hanging out tonight. I hope you have a great evening. And Grumpy is also confirming that Mia is live. So if you came over with Buckeye Ninja, I really appreciate the raid. What we'll probably do is go get into position. One of the reasons that I wanted to do some of those now is because that frees us up to do more. We'll be jumping directly into story content next time. So what we're going to do here is I probably will rest. Yeah, because I'm down a decoction because I drank one by accident. While we watch the two of these folks enjoy their time together, hold on. Oh, shoot. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'll be right there. I can't spell grumpy correctly. There. And then, Buckeye Ninja. Why is that wrong? Gosh darn it. Okay, we will get the shout out in just a second, because I doubt that Buckeye Ninja was playing nothing, and I'm sure that I've just misspelled it or mischaracterized it. Let's very quickly now go to fast travel. I really want to get that shout out done. Can we do this one? I'm 5% concerned that it's actually in an area that we can't get to, but we will find that out. Buckeye Ninja 368, that's what it is. Hold on. Much better. Yes, play. Pardon me. Hold on. Boy, this has been a really cool 2 minutes worth of streaming. Failing at the challenge, having trouble figuring out where I'm going, failing multiple shoutouts. I don't know why I'm reading this. And then reading a letter that I've read multiple times. So we are going to call it here. This is what happens after you go for a while. I will save the game here. Let's continue to rotate our saves. I feel like we'll just make sure that we don't have any issues there. And then we're going to return to main menu. Yes, Buckeye Ninja has been playing The Last of Us Remastered. I would like to see more of his playthrough, and now that the VODs are being saved, we can actually do that. If you guys are not yet following Buckeye Ninja 368, 368, yep. I strongly encourage you to do so. He's an awesome friend, hangs out a lot with Apnilla 247 as well, but has recently made the move towards doing streaming. And as I always say, you're never gonna know if he's your favorite streamer of all time if you don't check him out. So I highly recommend doing so. Now, with that said, this stream did run a little longer than I had intended. So what we're gonna do is go right over to twitch.tv/morethanamia for what I expect to be some more of State of Decay 2. Until next time, you guys, thank you very much, and I hope you have a great night.